Hello, welcome to this YouTube video student. Today we are going to learn itself about this energy density. Okay, so in our previous topics, student, we have studied about that energy which is stored by the capacitor. Okay, so that it was the electrostatic potential energy. Now, over here we want to find out how much is the energy density. So what is the meaning of this energy density? First we should to learn about this meaning. Thereafter the things will be clear to us. So energy density mean to say over here student that it is electrostatic potential energy stored in this unit volume. Okay, so how much is there that electrostatic potential energy? So it is electrostatic potential energy stored in a unit volume of that capacitor. Okay, so over here student, what will be the volume of this capacitor whose plate area is A and the separation is D? Okay, so therefore that volume of this will be uh, area into that separation D. Okay, so electrostatic potential energy, it is given by capital U upon with that of volume. So volume is given as A into D. Okay, so this is what energy density. So you will find that this energy density is written by small u. Okay, this energy density is given by small u. So how much is that electrostatic potential energy stored in a unit volume? It is said to be energy density. Okay, so here student, as we have to remember this potential energy, how we can write? So we can write this potential energy as this expression is there, 1 by 2 cv square. So how much is the capacity of this capacitor? So you will look over here that I'm having these are the two plate which are separated by this small gap. So the charge on this plate, it is q, area cross section A, and charge density is sigma. While over here this plate, it is having negative q charge, area of cross section A, and negative charge density. Okay, so how much is the capacity of this one? Air is the medium over here, so it is epsilon naught A by D. This is over here. Okay, so capacity that I'm having over here, how much is the potential difference between the two plate? So student, over here that the electric field is there between the two plate. Okay, so while we are going to charge the capacitor, so what happens that inside the capacitor, this electric field that it start to create. Okay, so therefore over here, how much is this potential difference? So potential difference in this region, if electric field is E, so potential difference will be E into that space in which this electric field is present. Okay, it is E into D. So now put on these values over here. So thus I will have 1 by 2, and that of epsilon naught A by D into V ka square, that it is E square D ka square. Okay, so this D and this power will cancel. So I will have over here 1 by 2 epsilon naught E square A D. This is what? This is that electrostatic potential energy of this capacitor, total volume over there. And if I will take this AD, what it was earlier written by us, AD is what? That it was volume. So volume, it is area into that separation between the plate. Okay, so thus if I will take this to the left side, so what will happen? This will become AD is equal to 1 by 2 epsilon naught E square. Okay, so this potential energy stored in unit volume, we called it as energy density. So this is energy density. Okay, so thus we are having that this energy density in that unit volume, it is equal to 1 by 2 epsilon naught E square. E is that electric field between the two plate. Okay, now over here that how much is this energy stored in combinations of capacitors? Okay, so that if we are having the series combination or either it is a parallel combination, so how much will be there that total energy stored? Okay, so student, just to look over here, this is what? This is series combination. Okay, so first I'm going to consider it is for series combination. So what will be the total that electrostatic potential energy. Okay, so as we are known that what will be the total capacitance of this one? So that total capacitance, it will be given by 1 by that all are in series, so it is equivalent capacitance of this series combination. It will be equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus so on 1 by Cn. It is the equivalent capacitance of this series combination. Okay, now that of how much is this total potential energy? So total potential energy is equal to, now if you will find that in series combination, what thing is going to remain same? So we are known over here, if this terminal it is at high potential and it is at low potential, so the positive charge Q, okay, so there is the flow of this charge, so every capacitor will have same charge. In series combination, every capacitor will have same charge. Okay, so thus over here student, I am using that expression of potential energy where this charge is used. Okay, so it is over here Q square by C. What this C that I'm going to use, it is total potential energy I'm saying of this series combination. So then I have to use the equivalent capacitance. It is Q square by CS, S for series combination. Okay, so now over here, if we will look that this 1 upon CS, its value is 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus so on. So thus I can write it as 1 by 2 Q square, and 1 by Cs it can be replaced by 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus so on 1 by Cn. Okay, and if you will multiply this 1 by 2 Q square inside, so you will get that it is Q square by 2C1 plus Q square by 2C2 and plus so on Q square by that of 2Cn. Okay, so that is what, this is the potential energy of the first capacitor, this is the potential energy of second, and this is of the another. Okay, so thus we will have over here that the total potential energy of this series combination, it will be the sum of individual potential energies of those capacitor used in the series combination. Now let us to look over here in this parallel combination. Then what will be over here in parallel combination? So student, in parallel combination, I'm going to suppose that there is n capacitor connected. So C1, C2, C3, so on, Cn. So n capacitor are connected in parallel. So then what will be the total potential energy stored in it? Okay, so for this purpose I'm going to consider that this end is at high potential positive and this end is at low potential, it is negative. Now over here that student, what will be the equivalent capacitance of this? So it is this parallel that combination, and we are known that in parallel we are getting C1 plus C2 plus C3 so on Cn. It is the equivalent capacitance of this parallel combination, means I can replace them all by this single capacitor which is having its capacity equal to Cp. Okay, so now over here student, therefore what will be the potential energy of this? So that will be what, it is 1 by 2. Now you should do one thing. What thing is going to remain same in this parallel combination? It is potential difference in every arm is going to same. So use over here only that relation which consists of this potential difference. So it is Cv square. Okay, now that what there this capacity, it will be the equivalent capacity. So it is Cp of this parallel combination, equivalent capacity. Now 1 by 2 v square, take it as outside, and Cp value it is C1 plus C2 plus so on Cn. Okay, this is that we are having. Now if I will multiply inside, so I will get that it is C1 v ka square plus 1 by 2 C2 v ka square plus so on that of 1 by 2 for another that capacity. So it is what, it is the capacity it is the potential energy of first capacitor and it is the potential energy of second, and similarly it will be the potential energy of another. So thus over here student, this potential energy you will find that in series and in parallel combination, in both that this total potential energy will be the sum of individual, both have the same result, both have the same result. Okay, so therefore that there is the same way to find out but you should to remember that while you are going for the series combination, so charge is going to remain same in every capacitor, while in parallel combination potential difference is going to remain same. Okay, so thus this is all from my today's video. Thank you for watching.